What's up everyone, and welcome to the video. So today I want to talk about Wand Investments. Now we've already done a video about these guys a couple of weeks back. They're out now with their version 5 of the white paper, so I wanted to do a quick update and also talk about some different strategies that you can use in this project. Now within this ecosystem, this is going to be a very new revolutionary type protocol that we've never seen before. So it's going to consist of 3 different tokens in the ecosystem in total. Now 2 of those will be tradable, that you can buy and sell or burn or hold, or do whatever you want to do with it, as we'll find out a little bit later. And the third one is one that's actually going to be pegged to the first token, Skepta, and it won't be tradable. It will only be used in the back end. So let's just do a quick brief overview of the different tokens within the protocol. So here's the first token, Skepta, and this chapter explains how it's able to ensure that there's never increasing price floor. Now what happens is basically when you buy into the protocol, that your buy price is slightly higher than the backing price, and then when you want to sell your tokens, it's the opposite, so you're actually getting a little bit less. And that's the reason how they keep the protocol constantly moving up, with sales not able to decrease price. As it says here, the buy price will always be higher than the backing price, and the sell price will always be lower than the backing price. So this allows the forward price to be ever increasing. Now they have got a couple of other mechanisms in place as well on this, which will be the treasury. So some of the money stored in the treasury is then going to go out to low risk investments, and then obviously the money that is the interest and the yield that is made from that is also going to go into continuing to grow the treasury as well. It's also going to be financed by a third treasury called the risk treasury, and a certain percentage of that. Basically what happened during the seed sale, right at the start of the start of the project, like that seed sale was there to build up this risk treasury, and this risk treasury is going to invest in more high risk investments that are for upcoming projects and stuff like that, and then any gain in that will be then sent out to the other treasuries, which will be the Skepta treasury and the Baton treasury as well, which is the second token. And that's just another way that it's going to help increase the value of the treasury. And finally, the last one is the Skepta burn. So when I was talking about the second token, this is it here, Baton. And the only way to get Baton is you can't buy it in the protocol. The only way to do it is to buy Skepta and then burn that Skepta in order to get your Baton. And it's saying here that every time an investor burns Skepta, 10% of that stays in the Skepta treasury, which is another mechanism to help that floor price continually go up. And this has a little recap here. There's a nice little paragraph that kind of sums it up. So each Skepta is 100% backed by the stable coins in the Skepta treasury. The price of Skepta revolves around the backing price per Skepta token. Every event that can increase the ratio of treasury per number of Skepta tokens will increase the value of each Skepta token. This includes rewards for investing in the Skepta treasury, investors buying Skepta tokens at a premium, investors selling Skepta tokens at a discount, investors burning Skepta to mint Baton, and transfers from the risk to the Skepta treasury. And this is a nice little diagram to kind of show you how it works. And so you're going to buy in to the protocol from the protocol, not from a DEX, and people are going to get it, and you're going to get it at a premium price, which means it's going to be above the backing price. Now obviously you're going to hold your Skepta, which is going to increase in value over time, and then you've either got 2 options. You can then either burn some of that to receive Baton, the second token, which we're going to talk about in a second, or you can sell out your position and receive USDC, which will be at a discounted price, which allows the project to be continuously moving up in price. Now let's move on to Baton, because there's some interesting features to this one as well. So basically what this is a reflections token. So you buy Skepta, you burn it to get your Baton, and once you get your Baton, this will pay you out weekly in USDC rewards. Now, the amount of USDC rewards you get all depends on the amount that the treasury is making, and also your bag size, how much baton you have. So the way that the baton treasury is going to keep growing is, when we said 10% of the Skepta that was burnt goes into the Skepta treasury, well, 90% goes straight into the baton treasury every time somebody buys Skepta and then burns it over into baton. And then what we were talking about before with that risk treasury, 33% of that also goes to the baton treasury to help that grow as well. And as that grows over time, it's going to equal more USDC rewards. Now, with those rewards, you get a choice. You can, just like in most staking protocols, you can either compound that to have more baton, or you can claim it as USDC rewards. And then with those USDC rewards, then you can keep them and do whatever you want, or you can reinvest it back in to Skepta again to increase your Skepta size. So like I say, with this protocol, there's so many different options, so many different methods and strategies that you can use, that the team have kind of left this open to everybody to kind of have come up with their own method to earn money. So a little recap on the baton token as well. An investor who burns his Skepta to get baton will receive airdrops in USDC every week, because the airdrops are generated by treasury investments and without token dilution. The airdrops will not decrease over time, and because part of the treasury is compounded, the airdrops per baton will increase given the market conditions are not full red. And again, they've done a nice little diagram that shows you, how the baton token works. You've got to burn your Skepta at first for baton, then you can hold that for airdrops. Now, what you can actually do as well is you can sell your baton, and what you do is you burn it, and you only get 30% of the price. Now, the idea behind that is baton is a long-term token, so you buy this to hold for long term and to enjoy the passive income. So if you really do want to get rid of your baton tokens, or maybe the product doesn't work out over the long term or something like that, then you are able to get rid of your baton tokens, but you only get 30% of the value of that. And then these USDC rewards, like I was saying before, you can then compound them back into baton, or you can claim them and then buy Skepta with them, or do whatever you want. Now, here's everything kind of in a nutshell, the whole protocol basically, and then all the different strategies that you can use. So to start, you're going to buy the Skepta from the protocol, and then you can either just choose to hold that, or you can choose to burn it and get some baton, or you can choose to maybe to hold part of it and then burn part of it into baton, and you can hold Skepta and baton at the same time. Now, later on down the line, say you decided, okay, now I want to sell, then you could sell those Skepta tokens. You will receive your USDC for that, and then because it's happened maybe over a long period of time, that means there's going to be a big positive price change. So it's impossible not to make money really in using that strategy. And then for the tokens that you then burned over to baton, they will then be making USDC rewards every single week, and then with those you can either reinvest them into Skepta, or you can reinvest them into baton, or you can just collect them and then do whatever you want with them. So I guess really with the strategies on how to do things, and is holding Skepta better, is holding more baton better, is it better to just hold one, is it better to hold both of them? With this being kind of a first of a kind protocol, there's nothing really set in stone yet, so nobody can really say this is the absolute best strategy. If you head over to their Discord, they have got a channel on there specifically for talking about strategies, so you can go over there and you can kind of check everybody's opinions out on what to do, and there's some quite good information. The team are in there often and answering questions and giving some advice themselves. Now, a little bit of advice that I have seen that I wanted to give you guys is that the amount of baton that you get when you burn your Skepta depends on the price of Skepta. So as Skepta appreciates in value, the more baton you would get for your money. So for example, if you're an early investor and you buy into the pre-sale or just after launch or whatever, and you buy a certain amount of Skepta tokens, it might be in your favour to not, even if you are interested in baton and that's the way you want to do things, you want to have some baton and get some USDC rewards every week, it might be in your favour to actually hold back a little bit especially at the start of a protocol, because probably price is going to appreciate, much higher than it would be doing in, like a month or two's time, is to wait for that initial price increase of Skepta and then to burn your tokens over to Baton, as you would get more Baton for your Skepta, if you understand what I mean. So yeah, I think they're kind of like maybe the three main strategies that you can probably go for. Really is either go 100% Skepta and just watch the price increase over time, use it as a long term project. As with Skepta, is that even if we're in even if we're in a bear market at the moment and the whole market drops by 10% or whatever, Skepta won't be affected because it's not linked to any other crypto money. So this is something that is kind of perfect during a bear market, or a kind of market that we've been seeing for the last few months at the moment. Then the next method would be to burn your tokens and get Baton instead. Now, if you're somebody who likes reflection tokens, you like the idea of getting USD week rewards and then being able to compound that. So I guess that's the advantage of Baton over Skepta, is that with Skepta, it's appreciating over time, but you're not getting rewards. So as the size of the treasury increases for Baton, you're going to be getting more and more rewards over time, and with those rewards you can then compound as well. So the amount of Baton that you have is compounding, which then equals even more rewards every single week. And it's going to be interesting to see which would be the better strategy: increase the appreciation of the Skepta price over time, or the amount of USDC rewards that you earn every week, which will appreciate over time with the increase in size of the Baton treasury. Or maybe the best strategy would be to go 50-50 and hold part of your investment in Skepta and enjoy that price appreciation, and then 50% in Baton, which will over time compound, and the rewards will be getting bigger and bigger. So it's very interesting to kind of see the different strategies you can use in this ecosystem. As you can see, something like this is, we've never seen it before. I'm very interested to see how this project turns out. I really do think that once people realise the potential this project has, especially with it not being affected by current market conditions, I think this project can really become something revolutionary. And like those projects that come up every now and again and then create like a big buzz and a new and kind of a new trend. Now I'm talking like Drip with a staking platform, or Titano with their rebases, and they kind of created a new trend of protocols. Well, I'm just reading this white paper here and this idea these are the guys have got behind this whole ecosystem. I really think this could be the first of a new trend that we see in DeFi. And so I'm really excited about this one anyway. So, and that's pretty much all I wanted to go over today, really. I'll put a link into this white paper, and they've got a link to the Discord and a couple of different links, so you can check all this information out yourself, and head over to the Discord and go into those different channels in the server, talking about price strategies and other stuff as well, because they've got a really active community over there anyway. And so thanks for listening again, guys, and until next time, bye.